Hi, today I'm going to do a summer pin-up look. So kind of a party or an evening look for summer that's just really fresh and vibrant with a little bit of inspiration from vintage pin-ups. So I'm going to start by using foundation. I'm going to use this Tarte foundation, and this is their long-lasting one. And it's quite full coverage, although you can really thin it out. So I'm going to put sort of slightly heavier coverage in the areas where I need it, and then really thin it out kind of towards the edge. You know, I'm wearing one of these perfumed fragranced nail polishes by Revlon, and it's actually really quite strong. I can smell it a lot. I don't know if I like it. I like to smell nail polish actually. I can't quite decide if I like it or not. So I finished my base, and I've just really evened out my skin tone, so just put as much on as you need to kind of have it still look natural but quite a flawless look for a pin-up look. I'm going to use as well underneath a little bit of light reflective. This is my favourite, which I'm sure you've seen me use a million times, the Clinique airbrush concealer. I like it because it's not too flashbacky. It's not a really reflective one, but it's got enough in just to lift shadows. And I'm also going to blend that in a little bit with some of my camouflage, my secret camouflage, just to take the edge off there. Just make sure everything's really seamless, and any redness just buff over. So onto eyes, I'm going to start by applying a little bit of the NARS Pro Prime all over my lids. Just let that set for a second. Now, because it's more of a summery pin-up look and it's got a modern take on it, I am going to keep my eyes a little bit lighter than maybe you would normally with a pin-up look. I'm going to use one of these lid smoothies to start with by Clinique, and this is just a really quite sheeny. I'm choosing this colour because it's maybe just a tiny bit lighter than my skin tone, but they do lots of shades of this, and also you can obviously get it in different brands do this type of thing anyway. Whenever I do these looks, you can obviously use whatever you've got at home or any products that you can find that are similar. You don't have to use the exact same products. So onto eyeliner, and pin-up liner is classically black, but I'm going to do something a little bit lighter, and this is a Lancome Art Liner 24, which is a waterproof, long-lasting liner, so it's going to be great for a night out. And the colour I'm going to choose is this quite shimmery grey colour, so it's going to look a lot lighter really. I'm going to catch the light a lot more as well than a black would. Just going to start off quite thin at the inner corner and just build up. And then I'm going to look straight ahead and just lift out at the edge there. Quite winged out really, and then just thicken up. And while you're doing this, just keep stepping back and just checking it. And if your eyes are a little bit hooded or a little bit more mature, you'll just have to get it a little bit thicker. And just keep checking with your eyes open, looking straight ahead like that, and then just thickening up as you need to. Okay, so next I'm going to curl my eyelashes, give them a really good curl. For lashes, before I put the false ones on, I am using this Fuller Lash False Lash Flutter, sorry it's called, by L'Oreal, which is quite a nice comb through brush. So it's going to give me quite a lot of length and really separate them before the fake ones go on. So for lashes, I'm going to put a half set on. I'm using these Demi Wispies, which I have cut in half. I'm going to use the outer half. So I've just put some glue on, some dark duo. And the good thing about only putting a half set on is it's obviously a lot easier as well to use them. To give a little pinch to stick your own eyelashes with the false ones. I do have a tutorial all about how to apply false lashes if you want a step-by-step guide. Okay, so on to brows, and brows are obviously very important for a pin-up look. So even though I'm doing a summery pin-up look, They still need to be quite strong. I'm going to use a brow brush. I'm going to dampen it slightly so I pick up a little bit more of the powder. And I'm going to use this Anastasia dark brown, which is quite good because you can mix the two shades together. And then I think I'll brush them down a little bit because I want to get a really good high point there. And then once you've got your shape, just blend everything in. So you can blend your guideline away. And then you've got a lot less on the brush by then, obviously, so you're going to still have the intensity, but just get a sort of softer effect. And I just need to thicken this one up a bit. It's not quite as thick, this one. And it's obviously quite a different shape, like most people's brows. So for lips, I'm going to do a really bold fuchsia pink. So instead of classic pin-up red, something a little bit more summery. I'm going to start by using this pencil, which is called Anarchy, and it's one of the long-lasting lip pencils by Urban Decay. Actually, I had this on my hand this morning, and I just literally could not get it off. It's really long-lasting. And go all over. Do a really full 1950s lip. So just start by getting a bit of a stain on, and then really work on the shape. And the 50s is really kind of full from the sides. That's just a basic guide. Before I finish the shape, I'm going to go ahead and put the lipstick on. I'm going to use this, which is one of the Bourjois Velvet. So lots of brands make these at the moment. They look a little bit like liquid lipstick. And they're incredibly heavily pigmented, and this one is particularly amazing, I think. Amazing colour. I'm just going to keep working the shape. I'm looking drained now. I'm going to need lots of blusher in a sec. So just going over that shape again. And then finishing off with another layer of this. And this kind of just sets. Quite glossy when it first goes on, and then it really mats down. It actually doesn't feel drying at all though. And they do a really good red if you want to be a little bit more classic. This is quite a blue pink, so if you are more olive skinned, then I would use a warmer pink, a sort of more maybe corally pink. Okay, so you can see I look very washed out now, so I'm going to put some blush on, which we need anyway for this look. This is a Rimmel, and I'm just going to apply that. It's quite good to put the lips on first, because then you can see how much blush you actually need to warm up with. And I'm just going to keep the shape like a soft C. And then I'm just applying some Le Balm. This is the Mary Luminizer highlighting. See, it's quite strong. Really good for these kind of vintagey looks. Because it instantly kind of gives it a very vintagey vibe. Put a dot on the eyes if you want. And then for me, obviously because I've already got a mark there, beauty spot, I would probably increase that a little bit. So that's the finished look. I think I'm definitely going to pair it with a side parting. Kind of needs more of a sweep, a swoopy hairstyle, I think. So it's kind of a summertime really pin-up look, still dramatic, Still got the drama and the vintage vibe, but instead of the sort of heavy, the red and the black eyeliner, I think it's just a lighter version. It's a little bit more fun and a little bit more frivolous. You can match your lips and your nails, which I think works really well with this type of look. And whatever colour you go for, whether you want to go for more of a bright coral on the lips, whatever suits you really, just make it your own. It'd be great by the pool if you were daring, or just great for a party, and I think it's quite a lot of fun. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you soon.